In an era of AI, where an AI avatar and AI influencer can be created in minutes, we're going to be talking today about the power of a unique human personal brand.
In a sea of robots, how can we humanize the person that's running the robots?
What is it for the average web designer now who's really needing to pivot and shift into more of an architecture role and an AI architect and a digital architect? What kinds of stuff should they be posting?
For me, it's fun, authenticity, vulnerability, and family first is like, it's our motto in my family is what's our own family first.
In an era of AI, where an AI avatar and AI influencer can be created in minutes, we're going to be talking today in this episode about the power of a unique human personal brand. I have the honor today of talking with my guest, Jamie King. She is also known as the Slay Coach. She has helped thousands of entrepreneurs, especially women, step into their power and monetize their expertise. She is a top level consultant, as well as she's been featured in Forbes and top industry podcasts. Jamie, I'm super thrilled to have you here today.
Hey, Paige, thanks for having me. It's
Yeah.
been so cool watching your brand grow over the years, and I'm just so proud of you and happy to be here.
Oh, thank you. You as well. And so we're in such a weird time right now with AI. I mean,
Yeah.
avatars can be sprung up in minutes. I'm in an online course talking about building out an army of avatars. Does that mean that the personal brand is more or less valuable today?
So much more valuable. And in a sea of robots, how can we humanize the person that's running the robots?
Mm.
And so AI is obviously here to stay. And
Yeah.
it's been such a powerful tool for me. We could get into all kinds of philosophical debates about the ethics and long-term future of what AI means, but AI in branding, if you are a person that is using AI or in the marketing industry, or you have an agency and you don't have a strong, solid brand as a human being, how are you going to differentiate yourself from agencies undercutting you? Agencies offering more for less.
Yeah.
You have to have a human touch and a human connection, and people have to know, like, and trust you still to be the one that's chosen for the job.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
they have
so
to know
true.
the person that's running the machine.
That's so true because right now, for the person listening to this podcast, maybe they've been selling websites, maybe they've been selling digital marketing services, and it was up until now, it was only easy to think, "Oh, there's a team overseas that will undercut me." And that became the importance of why you needed to be the front-facing face of this. Now it's AI itself can also undercut me and undercharge for what I'm building. So for the person listening to this and they're a little bit intimidated by this idea of being a personal brand, but they know it's important, like what should they be considering and why should they not ignore this at this point in time?
Well, you can't really ignore it because in the world of the race to the bottom, I would say,
Mm.
I mean, I've been through every phase of agency. In the beginning, like my very first consulting client was a mama baby store in the Highlands of Louisville. And I ran their Facebook ads in 2014 and we got like 15 cents a lead.
Yeah.
So I have seen every side of my business grew to, multiple seven figures. We had a team that was way too big, too bulky, too bloaty, too much overhead. And then we started outsourcing outside of our in-house team. And then we started outsourcing overseas. And then we shrank it down all the way to 3 people. And then okay, maybe we can use AI. And then we went back and hired some more people overseas. So I've been through every phase of small agency brand business.
Yeah.
And what I can tell you is, Pate, when we first started talking, was like, I was trying to dig on what you're doing right now. And it's like, yeah, I don't really advertise or market my services at all because I built such a strong personal brand.
Yeah.
From 2014 to 2022, 23, just posting on social media 3 to 4 times a day, telling my story,
Yeah.
being vulnerable, putting myself out there, letting people get to know me, the human.
Yeah.
That I have a Rolodex and a wait list of clients that want to work with me. And I never once since 2022 have advertised my services. People just come to me.
Yeah.
And so that is because I have a personal brand. It's
Right.
not because I was in Forbes or Business Insider or Success Magazine. Those things help. um, like give you credibility while you're building something. But I have a word of mouth list of people and friends of friends that are like, oh, she's good. She's well praised. She does a really good job. Like,
Yeah.
go get her. And that is because people know me, they like me, they trust me. Especially when you're in a market like ours here in Louisville, which is a big small town.
Yeah.
It is imperative. So if you are in a market or a, city that is, 5 degrees of separation, 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon, whatever, and
Totally.
everybody knows everybody, or they ask where you went to high school, it is
Yeah.
imperative. You can't survive without a personal brand.
That's so powerful because obviously, when we think personal brands, sometimes it feels big. Oh, anyone in the world is looking at this content on social media. But of course, for the folks that are in my community, I'm saying go local. The more local you go with your services, the better. And so you're saying your personal brand has been incredibly important for you, not just on an international level, but on a local level as
Yeah.
well.
And actually, my strong personal brand in person is what was the catalyst to build an international brand. It was why I've spoken on stages all over the world. It was because when you're on the internet and you're getting likes and comments and engagement and things are picking up steam from your content or whatever you post, they don't know that those 100 people that are commenting and engaging are at your church or at your meetups that you go to every month or at
Yeah.
the events that you host. They don't know that they're all local to you. So me hosting events, I started hosting events I started doing like fitness workout, free group workouts when I was like a fitness trainer. And I started hosting those in like 2013, 2014. And then I hosted like business entrepreneurial events. I started that in 2017. And
Yeah.
those got so big and like such a community feel that when I started really deciding I wanted to grow my brand outside of my local bubble, um, all that engagement translates online and people know you in person, they trust you. Like in person human connection is not dead. Networking still matters
It may matter more so now than ever
more than ever,
before. Yeah.
more than ever.
Yeah.
Because that then translated to engagement online, which made me look like I was more of a big deal than I was. I'm like, no, I just got like 100 people in Louisville to think I'm cool. So,
That goes back to that, what, 1,000 True Fans
1,000 true fans.
articles that's
Yep.
talked about. Because, you can look at your Instagram now and see, 112,000 followers. But
Yeah.
even if you just have 100 core people who
Mhm.
know you and comment and engage, how big that is.
Mhm.
What's going on, Destiny Makers? I just wanted to take this quick commercial break sponsored by, well, me. If you've been hearing these stories and you are inspired and want to actually start crafting your destiny and building, especially if you build for other clients and you want to dive in more with resources, I have a completely free workshop and masterclass to invite you to, as well as the Kismet Club, where you can go deeper and we can turn this fun and this magic into daily support. So come check it out, kismet.club, and I'll see you on the inside.
I've slowly been trying to remove non-engaged followers. I used to have 210,000 followers. I've
Yeah.
been trying to more go back to my local roots
Yeah.
and get rid of all of the people that I don't surround myself with anymore that are
Yeah.
on a bigger stage. They don't care about Jamie in Kentucky anymore because I'm not posting this international brand the way that I used to. I've gone back to my small town roots and I have never been happier.
Yeah. Well, it shows in your content too, and how you're showing all the volleyball and your kids and what you're doing in
And
your
Louisville
life. And
culture and Derby.
yeah, and our culture here in the
Yeah.
state of Kentucky. And so for also too, just a reality check, right? If you're out there, if you're listening to this podcast and you just want your next client, followers don't matter.
Don't matter at all.
Followers don't matter.
Not at
That's
all.
not going to be the thing that pays you an invoice at the end of the day to get your
Yep.
next client. And so let's talk about showing up, right? You talked about being vulnerable. What is it for the average web designer now who's really needing to pivot and shift into more of an architecture role and an AI architect and a digital architect? What kinds of stuff should they be posting?
Well, for one, they've got to get from behind the screen
Yeah.
because what is going to differentiate you from the robots that you're working with, the
Yeah.
AI that you are using to help build these systems for
Right.
them?
Right.
The only difference is you are a physical body that can get in front of a screen and talk. And for a lot of people, that is the biggest hurdle is what the fuck do I say? in
Yeah.
front of a camera.
Yeah.
I'm not good on camera. I've heard a million
So
excuses.
many people say that. Yeah.
And maybe you are a writer.
Or I've got a face for radio. I hear
You
all
got a
this
face
stuff.
for
Yeah.
radio. No one gives a shit what you look like, especially if you're using TikTok. God, I've gotten so many opportunities from TikTok and
Yeah.
I barely even posted over there. I've been on TMZ like 12 times because of TikTok. And it's like I had 10,000, not even 10,000, like 9,000 followers over there. And when you just get on camera,
Yeah.
the most important thing to convey, it's not about how you look. Now, do we want to show up every single day looking maybe homeless and a hot mess and try to convey authority and that you're to be trusted as a human being? Probably not.
Right.
But
Maybe brush your hair, brush your
maybe
teeth.
brush your
Yeah.
hair, maybe brush your teeth every now and then. That is probably a little important. But what is important, more important, is that you do show up and you show up and say what you believe to be true. The number one foundation of any course that I teach, of any brand that I build, the very first questionnaire that I send a client is, what are your values? You have got to operate from your top 3 to 5 core brand values.
Yeah.
You're going to have your personal brand values and your company's values. Your personal brand values are separate from your company. They might be very, very similar. They're going to align because you built the company, but your core brand values are going to be the number one most important thing that help you show up easily on social media, because you have to be able to articulate what you stand for,
Yeah.
what you stand against, what you believe to be true, and where you see the world and your business and brand going. If you cannot articulate that, how will you attract people to you? Not just attract people to you, attract the right people to you.
Yeah.
Your brand values are a blueprint, like a DNA code of how to repel the wrong people from you. So if you're like, oh, I had that nightmare client that one time. Remember that nightmare client? I want you to go back and ask yourself, if you've ever had a nightmare client,
Oh, yeah.
what context did you meet them in? What did you all connect on? Where was the common denominator? And was it out of alignment with your values? Like, if you connected with them on something and you saw that their values did not match yours, I guarantee you that it was a nightmare client.
It's like missing a red flag on a first date and
Yes.
just continuing to go forward. Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right, how can you give us an example of what these brand values might look like? What's an example of
For
one?
me, it's fun, authenticity, vulnerability.
Yeah.
And family first is like, it's our motto in my family is, what's our rule? Family first. And so anything that I operate my business from now is my family comes first. And
Yeah.
also when you're a client, you're a family and you stay family for life. So like most
Love
of my
that.
clients have been clients for like 7-8 years.
Love that.
And like I have such a long track record of repeat customers and clients that like I never like advertise my services anymore.
Yeah.
Because when you're here, you're family. And I want my clients to feel like they're family, and I want to feel like I'm becoming an integral part of their family. And also, I just don't nickel and dime people on the little stuff. And
Yeah.
because what do you do with family? You're not going to say, hey, can I borrow your truck? Yeah, it'll be $50. So
Right.
when clients come for like, oh, a maintenance question or like something, they're not a client anymore.
Yeah.
I always make sure to do the right thing and treat them well. I'm not going to go like do, a $1,500 social media shoot for free, but I don't nickel and dime people. I don't
Yeah.
send silly little willy-nilly invoices. I treat them like family. So that is me living in my values, is I operate with my family first. And so if the schedule doesn't align for this client, it's too big of a project, or it's during volleyball season, or it's during my kids, whatever, that I can't take on that client.
That's powerful. And you got there because you stayed so consistent and you stayed true to your values.
Yeah.
So, from a practical sense, right, for the person listening, they have their set of values. And I train a lot of people on making sure you have a knowledge base in place.
Yeah.
You have documents that describe what your business is all about, what you offer, what your policies are, what your brand voice is, et cetera. I could imagine you could take that into an AI tool like Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT and say, here's my knowledge base. Here's my values. Help me come up with content ideas.
Yeah.
All of us can do this.
All of it.
Now that you have the ideas and you're willing to get over the uncomfortability of hitting record and posting it,
Yeah.
what are some of the ways that you put systems in place to keep yourself consistent? Because I think that's everyone's experience as a personal brand, myself included.
Yeah.
We get on a roll.
Yeah.
We've got a schedule. We're posting. And especially if everything's manual, you get to this point where you realize, oh my gosh, I just went 3 weeks without posting, or I just days went by, or now I feel scattered. Now I'm just trying to grab stuff to repost and I'm out of the energy or the motivation to film again. What
Yeah.
have been some of the systems you've put in place to make sure you stayed consistent all these years?
It goes back to my values. So I don't give a fuck. And I don't care what I look like.
Yeah.
I don't care, especially when I was in like a sprint of really like growth. Like now I'm in a place where I'm like, no, I'm not taking on any more clients. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
But when I was posting every single day for almost a decade, it was you have to commit to showing up regardless of perfection of how you look. So it goes back to my values. I cuss like a sailor. My mom built trucks. I grew up a blue collar kid. I'm a jock. I'm an athlete, and like I'm a tomboy at heart. Even though like I have purple hair and I wear crazy clothes, but I had to show up no matter whether my makeup was done, no matter what my hair looked like, and I had to show up with something to say that was from the heart.
Yeah.
And we have to start looking at content as not what we think we should post and what we feel in the moment. So stop thinking it and start feeling it.
Mm.
And so one of my favorite artists of all time is Linda Perry.
Okay.
She wrote the song Beautiful, Christina Aguilera, but she also like that song, Hey, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Get me
Yeah.
to sing.
Yeah.
Like she's like a 90s icon.
Yeah.
She like had this really powerful interview where she said, how long was it? Someone asked her how long it took to write a song. And she's like, 10 to 15 minutes. All my
Because she's
songs,
feeling it and channeling
10 to
it.
15 minutes. I don't edit. We don't edit. I don't let my artists edit. You don't edit. You don't edit. It doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Yeah.
no one gives a shit if you fuck up. If you fuck up, delete it, okay? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like no one cares. In the age of AI, and especially with how much Instagram has filtered us over the last decade. That's why I love TikTok so much. Is the perfection, polished Kardashian lifestyle. Like the Kardashians are getting shunned in the world now for their like perfection and like
I'm seeing spinoffs of people basically just making fun of them.
yes.
Yeah, and how
it's
and
like,
how I guess it's really because it comes down to not necessarily whether they're a celebrity or not, but people who are being surface level versus people who are bringing heart,
yes,
feeling, depth,
feeling.
real like opinions of in the world.
Don't think it, feel it. Go back to your values. If you look at your core brand values, you will never run out of content ideas.
Yeah.
What I know to be true. What do I stand for?
Yeah.
What do I stand against?
Right. What am I working on?
What pisses me the fuck off? And that
Yeah.
is a valuable tool because I am such a, like, I don't know, I'm one of the most happy, joyful people I know, but I'm also very like disgruntled about, I'm very outspoken of what I see wrong in the world and being willing to put that to word in public.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking like that. That's stupid. That's wrong. We shouldn't be doing that as a society. And so,
Right.
like, I always find that a lot of my content comes from rage, like sacred rage. Just that's fucked up. We shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, we should not be doing that to people. We shouldn't be doing that to clients. Here's what I stand for. Here's what I stand against. This is what pisses me off what marketing agencies do. And then I'll
Yeah.
go on a rant.
Yeah.
And so my rants are also like what I feel and what I think and what I know to be true about my brand and how I see the world. You want to know how you see the world.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so really, I mean, this conversation, my question about systems is not even so much as like have the perfect project management thing that connects to the social scheduler that
Nope.
you're just like hold your phone, feel it,
Fucking do
say something, don't edit it, post it.
Yes. And so when I say that, it's not that we don't have systems. It's not that I don't have a content plan for my clients. But at the end of the day, if you got too busy, if shit
Yeah.
hit the fan at work,
Yeah.
you know, because like one of my clients right now, we just did a big photo shoot last week and they're a med spa
Yeah.
and they're moving and remodeling and a bunch of things hit the fan and someone didn't show up. And it was like, okay, so you didn't have time to shoot the recorded content plan. That's fine. Go back to your values.
Yes.
Say what you feel.
Just tell
Say
us
what you
tell
mean.
us something.
And so when we think about systems, it's not that we don't have them. It's not that they aren't good or useful or necessary. They're necessary in business, but systems don't work properly all the time. Sometimes they fail. Sometimes you could spend weeks building the proper content system that you think is going to be the thing that works. And at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan and you don't have time to implement that system,
Yeah.
how can we still show up? So you have to commit to showing up.
Yeah.
Don't be interested in showing up for your audience. Be committed.
Committed.
So when you commit to it and then lead from, okay, well, what do I think not what do I think about this topic? What do I feel today? What
Yeah.
do I know to be true? Your values will always make it easy to show up for content.
This is so true. I'm getting such value out of this because I started getting to the point where we really have I have teams that I have a
Yep.
team of people, they're editing the clips, a social media manager, she's posting the
Yep.
clips. I have this list of things I'm supposed to film and batch.
Yeah.
But I do find that sometimes if things get busy,
Hmm.
that batch becomes an excuse not to show up on a daily
Yes.
basis. But there have been periods of my life, years of my life, where I've focused on just putting something out today
Hmm.
and then today, and then today, and then today. And that actually creates the most momentum and growth.
It does better. It does way better than anything you plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
So,
100%
wow,
of the time.
this is definitely sinking in with me in a real
Yeah.
big way as well. So, all right, well, now I want to talk about like the need to like sort of pivot because the person listening to this podcast, they're like, okay, great. I'll start posting every day. I'm gonna start thinking about the things that I need to share, my point of view, my values,
Mhm.
and put this content out there. But AI is changing literally everything. And you told me you're still working on clients where you're building websites now with the power of
In a
AI.
day. Yeah. In 5 minutes.
Yeah, in a couple of
Yeah.
hours with a really robust prompt or
Hmm.
not, and it's creating some stuff that can go out there in the world. So, what are some of your thoughts? Like, I just want to dive into what are you seeing? What can you see today? And then what are you thinking in the next couple of years? How this is changing the landscape, and specifically around the value of these services and the pricing of these
Yeah.
services.
I think it's a scary world. And I don't know that any of us can really predict it. We had like my best friend I was talking about before we started recording. She's the chief brand officer for Alani.
Yeah,
And not going to give any inside tea, but I know that the creatives there use AI.
yeah,
And we were talking about just how advanced AI is. And we were talking about the future of like, is it going to take everyone's jobs? Is it going to put us all out of work?
yeah,
And my husband, who is type A analytical, he's a financial analyst or manager, director of finance. He does spreadsheets,
yeah,
not me.
yeah,
The things that
sure.
I don't do.
Right.
And so he was talking about how we were having the debate of how far away is AI from replacing all of our jobs. And the creative side of all the people that I was talking to that have very high level corporate creative experience, they were saying, "Oh, it's pretty close."
Yeah.
And my analytical husband was like, I don't think it's that close at all, actually, because genuinely in his work, it's not.
Hmm.
It is taking over the creative side way faster. And that was not what we were told. Like, oh, AI will
Yeah.
never be able to be an artist. It'll never be
Right.
able to be art because that's creation. And that's what separates us as humans.
Yeah.
It is, they're struggling in the analytical, like data analytics side with connecting the pieces of all the analytics more so than we are connecting the pieces of how to build a creative brand with
Right.
AI.
How to put together graphics, how to
It
make
is moving faster
videos,
on the creative side
websites. Yeah.
than it is with the systems connecting to each other to make the jobs obsolete on
That's
the
interesting.
data side.
Plus, a company's financials require a lot more auditing
Yeah.
than a graphic where you go, well, that's good to go. And
Yeah.
then AI posted it as a Facebook ad and now it's generating leads. I mean, it doesn't
Exactly.
need as much oversight,
Yeah.
auditing. And so, yeah, it's wild. And I'm feeling the same way. I mean, it's not a matter of when, but now.
Hmm.
In the last contract we just signed, the words out of the client's mouth before they signed were, my Gen Z employee Claude coded a website. Why or why not will this work? Why do we still need your services? But
Yeah.
that is to me, that's the pivot. That
Yeah.
that is the shift right now from web design or even just digital marketing agency
Mhm.
into AI architect.
Yeah.
You are architecting digital systems that are more than just a standalone website. And then you are architecting the AI employees, if you
Yeah.
will, or agents, even though
Yeah.
those are thrown out widely and kind of overused.
Yeah.
But that's what you're setting up
Yeah.
these days.
And honestly, if we look at it from the client's point of view, the reason why I've been able to go fully booked waitlist for clients for 4 years with absolutely zero advertising or posting on social media anything other than my personal life.
Yeah.
Like my social media presence, I post nothing about business ever. It's all just my personal life now. And it used to be business 24/7. The reason I'm able to do that is because I'm always looking for how the clients can get off of needing me. How can I make them self sufficient? And so I have always looked, and this is very unpopular if you're an agency owner, you're like, what the fuck? How will I work if my clients don't need me?
Okay.
They will still need you. They will need your consulting. They will need your advice.
Yeah.
But I want to teach them to live on their own.
Yeah.
And I want to teach them to empower them with the AI. And so they will always, always, always be a master at their skill. Like just a med spa, they're going to be better injectors than AI prompters
Yes.
and AI leaders.
Right.
So they're always going to need that guidance on how can I make this AI work right?
Yes.
These AI agents they're acting up. Can you come train them again? And so if we look at it as more of creative direction, creative director role, like they're not creatives. Look for the clients and make really good relationships of how you can empower them so that they feel like, oh, well, you're just trying to sign me into another contract.
Yes.
That's how they will trust you long term. How can you teach and empower them
Yes.
so that they trust you enough to always need you?
100% on that. I mean, that hits me in my butt because empowerment, tech empowerment is one of my core principles.
Yeah.
Whether I'm trying to empower another agency owner or I'm empowering my actual client.
Yeah.
And that's what we tell them all the time. We're like, we know that so many businesses across the world have had horror stories of being handcuffed to agencies, to web designers, to tech teams that have basically nickel and dime them for everything.
Yeah.
And so that's what we tell them. We're like, we're going to build you because we resell on the HighLevel platform.
Yeah.
So we set them up with their account and then we're going to empower you.
Yeah.
If you want to bring this in-house, great, add a staff
That's
member.
what I'm doing with my med spa. Put it
You
on
are-
Go HighLevel.
Yeah. And so hashtag shout out to
Yeah.
HighLevel. And if you're listening to this, watching and thinking, I don't know what Paige and Jamie are talking about, there's going to be a link below somewhere in the description. Check out the masterclass. Like it's the way to go because now you're collecting a software fee that is, it is indifferent or separate from the services that you offer. And that's the power in that recurring revenue. And then them being empowered, they'll still come back and say, okay, now that we can learn more about the power of HighLevel platform, and we thought about this check-in process and this calendar type scheduling process, and we kind of roughly know how it all works. We still want to hire you again to architect it. That's where additional services come into play. So that's exactly how we feel. But well, I mean, gosh, we could take this conversation in a million different directions, but I think I want to leave it sort of like on the contemplative parts of what AI is doing in society, because it'll bring it full circle. It's the importance of why, even when AI can create a video avatar that, quite frankly, to some people in the world,
it's hard to tell.
It's very hard to tell, and they can't tell sometimes. I still want to get into what is the landscape going to look like in the next couple of years, and why does it still make it important that we are showing up vulnerably and authentically as our own human selves instead of an avatar of ourselves?
Yeah, the avatar thing freaks me out a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I've gone down the research rabbit hole. I've not done that myself because something about my soul just repels against that. And maybe that is a healthy level of resistance because I've been such an early adopter to every single piece of tech that's ever come out. I've always been the Gary Vaynerchuk way of believing that you got to change, you got to grow with the times, you got to change and you got to grow with the times. But I think this is where it gives us an opportunity to use it if it feels right with your values and your brand.
Yeah.
But also get back to in-person connection, host events, get in a room with humans. The computer screen can't do that yet.
Oh, that's so true. Plus, and this is kind of taking it in a new territory, but all of the studies on centurions and the oldest people alive on planet Earth, it always has that component of community that I think we're losing. I saw an article come out yesterday that talked about we are speaking hundreds of words less to other human beings on an average basis. Basically, we're losing our speech, which means we're losing our connection. We're spending more time on our phones, spending more time with the technology. So
it's becoming idiocracy.
Yes.
You see that movie?
Yes.
I mean, they're all wearing Crocs again. So I'm just saying.
With socks. And be bedazzled.
Oh, they used to be not that cool anymore.
Right. And like grown men are walking around with us a fashion statement. Okay.
Yeah. We're back to Crocs.
And we're back to like things that irk us. Yeah.
Words are hard. No
Yeah.
words and Crocs.
Right, no words and Crocs, I know. Well, and, I had the fortune of, hosting an AI workshop for high schoolers at the
Ooh,
University
that's
of
cool.
Louisville, and,
Yeah.
one of the, deans over there and head of programming, he put these high schoolers in a room, about 40 of them from all different schools, and I told them at lunch, I'm like, "Guys, I know we're creating AI, but one of the most important things you remember is that human connection is now more important than ever
Yeah.
before, because AI will take your job unless you are an AI orchestrator. Like if you
Mhm.
can learn how to
Yep.
manage AI tools, but you still have to be connected to other human beings for those opportunities to come about, whether you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. And I just remember encouraging them to meet one another over
Yeah.
lunch and their resistance to it. And of course, we've seen things since 2020 that have shaped their
Yeah.
social norms. But all the more reason why it is important for us. And so I really love this message to everyone
Same.
listening. Go out there
People.
and shake some more hands with people today, talk to more people, show up for more businesses, and then keep showing up online as yourself.
As yourself. And you can be an AI avatar if you want. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I get creeped out when I see myself as one.
Yeah, my lips are never quite.
Never quite right.
I've tried it just to
Yet,
be
we'll
on
see.
that mode, but you can rest assured this interview right now and
Yeah.
everything that you're seeing from me
Weird.
is
Weird me.
legitimate. We're actually here in the
Yeah.
flesh, in the studio. Well, I normally end all of the podcasts by kind of talking about Kismet. I mean, Kismet is my brand, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's to me, it means fate or it means destiny.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own unique approach for what they want out of their life. And for those listening to this show right now, too, think about it for yourself. But for you, Jamie, what's the next like big thing that you are orchestrating in your life to create the kismet that suits you, suits your vision?
So I used to have a really large vision of being really well loved by thousands of people, tens of thousands. I wanted to be loved by millions of people. I wanted to be adored, admired. I wanted to be seen. I had this really deep, innate desire to be seen by masses of people. I have a really deep desire in life now to make a really big impact on the immediate people in my life. So, how can I go from being seen a little bit by a lot of people to being seen a lot by a little amount of people?
Yeah.
And so, I'm trying to do the in person. Like, I've been coaching youth sports again,
Yeah.
which I love. I've been coaching travel volleyball. I coach high school volleyball. I have a nonprofit called Volleyball for All
Love
that
that.
helps pay for kids' club fees that can't afford to play club volleyball because it's a
Love.
very white privileged sport. It costs kids on average 8 to 20,000 a year to play the sport
Oh, wow.
outside
Yeah.
of high school.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make an impact in my community.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make an impact in person, and I want to be the kind of mom that my kids will write a book about later.
I
Like she
love
was
that.
fucking awesome.
Yes.
But then, in all seriousness though, like I want to really make an impact at home. And I'm not just talking about like being a housewife or a trad wife or anything like that. I mean, like my son's an actor now and he's in 3 films this year. And so I'm kind of like a momager. I've been a brand agent for my daughter. I just got my daughter a $500 brand deal for volleyball. And
Yeah.
so I've been kind of in this season of like, my kids are so busy and I'm literally a talent agent. I'm going to meet with a movie director after this for my
Wow.
son for a film my son might be in. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm doing that at home and then waiting for the next Kismet idea to come along.
Ah, I love it. Thank you so much for
Thanks
sharing
for
all this.
having
Thanks
me.
for being here.